Hello, students. Today we'll read chapter 6 of your English literature book, A Pact with the Sun, and the name of the chapter is The Monkey and the Crocodile. By seeing the title, we can understand that the story is about a monkey and a crocodile. So, let's read this part before going to the text. A monkey lived in a fruit tree on the bank of a river. He made friends with a crocodile, gave him delicious fruits to eat, and sent some for his wife. They met regularly and talked, the monkey in the tree and the crocodile on the ground. So, basically, the story is about two friends, the monkey and the crocodile. And earlier, the monkey used to live in a fruit tree, and later on, he became friend with a crocodile. And what happened next, that we will get to know when we will read the text. So let's start. Once on the bank of a river, a monkey made a home for himself in a tree laden with fruit. He lived in it happily, eating to his heart's content the fruit of his choice. So a monkey is to live in a tree which was laden with delicious fruits, and he was living on it in it happily, and he used to eat fruits to his heart's content. As much heart's content means as much as he liked. The monkey was happy but lonely and wanted a companion to talk to and share the fruits with. So he was happy living in the tree, eating the fruits, but still he was lonely. He felt lonely. And he wanted a companion, he wanted a friend to talk to and to share the fruits with. But there was no one around, not even another monkey. The place was lonely. Till one day, a crocodile appeared on the riverside. One day, a crocodile appeared on the riverside. "Hello there," said the monkey. After seeing the crocodile, the monkey told him hello. "Do you live in this river? Would you like to eat some fruit?" He asked him that where does he live? In the river or where? And he also offered him some fruits. "Good morning," replied the crocodile politely. "I did come here in search of food for myself and my wife." He said that I have come here in order to search food for me and my wife. Nice of you to offer me fruit. And he said thank you to the monkey for offering him fruit. The monkey plucked some from the nearest branch and threw them down. The crocodile found them delicious. "Thanks," he said. "May I have some on my next visit?" He also asked. The monkey gave him some fruit, and the crocodile ate them, and he found them delicious. And he requested and he thanked him, and he asked him that, "Will I get some more fruits in my next visit? On my next visit?" He said, "Certainly." He said, "Obviously, as many as you like, and some for your wife too," said the monkey. The monkey said that obviously you will get it, as much as you need, as much as you want, and I will also give you for your wife. "Do come again. I am rather lonely here." He said, "Please visit me again because I am lonely here." The crocodile visited the monkey regularly and ate the fruits which his host threw down. He enjoyed the fruits, and so he visited the monkey on a regular basis. He took some home for his wife. The monkey and the crocodile were now the best of friends. They became best friends. They talked and were never tired of talking. They talked too much and they were not tired of talking. They talked about birds, animals, about the villages nearby, and the difficulties villagers faced in raising good crops for lack of rain. So these were their uh, they used to talk about these things. Okay. Next. One day the crocodile stayed with the monkey longer than usual. His wife was annoyed waiting and waiting, managing the little crocodiles that had just been hatched. So one day the crocodile stayed with the monkey uh, for a long time than usual, and the crocodile's wife became very much angry because she was waiting for her husband, and on the other side the little crocodiles, they were troubling her, making they were irritating her. She said, "Who is this friend of yours you are so fond of?" She asked her husband that who is that friend that you are so much fond of? "Oh, he is a very nice monkey," he replied. The crocodile replied, "My friend is a very nice monkey. He lives on a fruit tree. He sends fruits for you every day." And he also informed his wife that he is the one who is sending fruits, who used to send fruits for you every day. "You don't expect me to climb trees, do you?" "A nice monkey, I'm sure," replied the wife with obvious sarcasm. The wife said that yes, obviously he is a nice monkey. But he made this comment sarcastically. That means she was saying something, but within her, something else was going on. She was thinking in an other way. "If you ask me, this monkey should be my food. I want to eat his heart so much." So, this is her actual intention. She made this comment sarcastically because something else was going on in her mind. She actually wanted to eat the heart of the monkey, which she confessed, which she asked her husband. "What a foolish thing to say!" shouted the crocodile. After hearing her intention, her desire, the male crocodile, the husband, became very much angry, and he said, "What a foolish thing you are saying! I can't kill a friend, though I won't mind a monkey occasionally for a change of taste. I cannot kill my friend. But on the other side, monkeys are very nice prey. Monkeys are very nice food for us." "You bring him here," ordered the wife. "I want to see him." The wife ordered her husband that you bring that monkey, you bring your friend here. So, so you can eat him. "Never," declared her husband. Her husband said, "I will never bring my friend here because you will eat him, which I don't want." His wife was furious, and she dived in to hide herself at the bottom of the river, leaving the little ones to pester their father. She dived into the river angrily, leaving her children to pester their father. Pester means to irritate their father. The crocodile was in a serious dilemma. Now the crocodile was in serious dilemma, serious confusion. He loved his wife and was very fond of his friend too. He loved both of them, his friend and his wife. Finally, he decided to be on the side of his wife. He decided to be on the side of his wife. She was his life partner after all. "I know it's a sin, it's a wrong thing to betray a friend, but I have no choice," he said to himself. The crocodile said to himself that I know what I am going to do is a sin, is a wrong thing, but I am in such a situation which is forcing me to do so. I will invite the monkey home and hope for the best. I will invite the monkey and I will hope for the best. My wife wants you over for a meal, dear friend, said the crocodile when he visited the monkey next. So, next day, the crocodile asked the monkey that my wife wants you over a meal. My wife has invited you for a meal, so I'm inviting you to come to my place. You must come home with me today. With pleasure, said the monkey. I am no swimmer, but can ride on your back, and they set out. He said, certainly I will go. Obviously, I will go with you, but I don't know how to swim because I am not a swimmer. But I can ride on your back, he said, and then they set out. They started their journey. In the middle of the river, where the current was the strongest, the crocodile could no longer hide his intention. So, in the middle of the river, the crocodile confessed everything in front of his friend. Sorry, my friend, he said hesitatingly, but I have to go underwater now. I have brought you here to kill you. My wife cannot survive without eating your heart. Goodbye. So he said everything to the monkey. After hearing all this, the monkey was scared and distressed also. And he felt cheated, he felt betrayed. And he was very much scared also, very much afraid also. But he was sensible and clever like all monkeys. Monkeys are very clever, very sensible. So he kept a cool head. He was very calm. Calmly he said, I would do anything for you and your family. You are my only friend. After all, what is a monkey's heart compared with the life of a crocodile's wife? He said that my life is nothing in front of your wife's life. But how foolish could you be? Why didn't you tell me before? I would have brought my heart along. You should tell me all these things earlier, no? Then only I would brought it. I would brought my heart along with me. But where is your heart? Asked the crocodile innocently. The crocodile was very dull, very dumb. He said, where is your heart? I thought you carried it all the time. I thought that you always carry your heart along with you all the time. Of course not. It's there on the tree. The monkey said, no, it is on the tree. Let's swim back at once and get it. Your wife must be waiting, replied the monkey, gaining confidence. When the monkey observed that the crocodile was very dumb and he was believing what the monkey was saying, then he gained some confidence and he said that let's go back to the bank of the river so that I will get it. Oh dear, what a mistake, hissed the crocodile. They laughed loudly as the crocodile took a full turn to reach the tree. On the river bank, the monkey jumped onto the tree and heaved a deep sigh of relief. He jumped. When they reached the bank, the monkey jumped onto the tree and he took a deep sigh of relief. He plucked a fruit or two from the nearest branch and throwing them down, he threw the fruits down and said, let your wife have some fruit rather than my heart. Fresh fruits are good for mind and body. Goodbye, friend. And if you don't mind, we won't meet again. The crocodile, sadder and wiser, shed a few tears which were genuine and turned back to go home. He was in a hurry to tell his wife a thing or two. Then he gave some fruits, he threw some fruits and said that now give these fruits to your wife and from today onwards we are not going to meet again. And after hearing these things, the crocodile shed few tears which were genuine and then he returned home. Okay, so this was the story of two friends, the monkey and the crocodile. I hope that you have understood the meanings, the story, and if you find some problem, then do ask me. Thank you.